too far away from home, so I ran home so I could get here for you guys and for myself. Where is my workout? Let's start to jog it out. Oh my gosh, how's everybody? I am doing great. It was really nice to get out this morning. Dave and I have just had, you know, a ton of stuff going on. And so it was nice to just get out in the fresh, cool air with the dog. But yeah, again, I'm so sorry about being late. That's the only problem with 6:45. It can get a little crunchy sometimes. Reach up, lean to one side, lean to the other. I want you to lunge to one side, be super gentle, keep your knee behind your toe. But yeah, during the warm-up, you always want your stretches to be gentle. Your muscles are not ready to go yet, totally. Okay. Put one hand out or hold on to the wall or a chair. Put your foot in your hand and press your knee down into the back to stretch your quad. Again, be gentle. Then same thing, hold on, put your ankle over your knee, sit back, stick your butt back, making sure your knee is behind your toe. Other side. Such a good stretch. So good. So we're gonna work our legs and we're gonna work our buns today. So really important with all these exercises, even though we're working lower body, it's important that you keep your core tight. Okay, keep it engaged, keep it ready to go. Okay, the first one we are going to do is a buns workout, or bun exercise. Oh my gosh, y'all, sorry, I'm just a little, what's the word for what I am today? Well, I hate being late. That's like my big thing. And I cannot find my timers. Here they go. Okay, so you're gonna roll out onto the ball and you're squeezing your glutes and your hamstrings to get those legs up. So squeeze up and down. I do not want you bouncing or flinging your legs up. I want you to squeeze and get your legs up. I love working lower body. It's really hard to do. Working your legs is one of the hardest workout days you'll have, which is why you usually see these like buff, ripped guys with skinny legs. So we like to work on the total body, strengthen and define the total body. Three, two, one, and done. Good job. All right, next exercise. Okay, so for this next one, I want you to get a heavy weight. So the heaviest one I have is a 20. Let's say you only have 8s or you only have 5s or whatever you have. You can always hold those two together. This is an isometric exercise, which means we're going to keep our muscles under tension in a firm position. But what that requires is you breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, slow and controlled. So toes pointing out, and I want you to lower. So I want you to pretend like you have a rod in your spine. You are lowering through your heels, pushing up through your heels. Breathe in through your nose. Sorry, my legs are not liking this after sprinting home just now. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. you need a break, remember, take it 3 to 4 seconds. Breaks are not a sign of weakness, people. Make sure you don't start to lean forward. You're gonna want to stay up straight, driving up through those heels. 3, 2, 1, come back up, shake it out for a second. We're gonna keep that weight and we're gonna do a variation on that exercise. So I want you to get wide again. And we're doing pulses. So again, that rod is in your spine, your core is tight, your shoulders are back. Small pulses, pushing up through your heels. I know the burn is intense. If you need a little break, take it, just keep it short. Get back into it. You can always take another break, but the 30 seconds will go quickly, I promise. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. Shake it out, shake it out. No one really loves that exercise. Very challenging. Any kind of squat, especially when you put a heavy weight to it, that's what's gonna happen. Have some water. Let me see how my simulcast is going. Whew. I ran so fast on the way home. Good morning, Joanne. I'm sorry I was late. Okay, so for this next one, I want you to, if you can keep that heavy weight, great. You need it, preferably you have one that stands up like that. But the goal is you want to put it in the arch of your feet. Squeeze your feet together. You're going to put your hands, your chin on your hands, and you're going to curl. So squeeze those hamstrings and those glutes and curl that up. There's a machine just like this at the gym, but we don't need a gym. We don't need to pay hundreds of dollars a month, plus travel time, plus waiting in line for machines or racks or whatever, when we can just get it done at home quickly, easily, and a lot less expensive. Because my workouts are free. And I know I'm not on every day, but you can always go on YouTube. There are thousands of videos on YouTube. So whatever you want to work that day, you can work it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So now we're going to do our pulses again. So right in the middle of the movement, you're squeezing those glutes and those hamstrings. Oh my gosh. Make sure you're breathing. This is intense, I know, I'm aware. Come on, we have 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Wow. Oh. Sit back, stretch those hips out. You can always get into down dog if you need to, and just stretch those hamstrings. Oh, that felt very good, but very hard too. All right, so the next one I want you to do, I want you to get a single weight again. I'm gonna go with a 12. And so for this one, we're gonna be focusing on the quad, but it's really everything. So you're gonna lift one leg out in front of you, and we're doing these little pulses, right? You have gotta keep, whatever your standing leg is, you've gotta keep that knee behind your toe. Super, 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 super important, okay? Cannot stress the importance enough of you using good form, okay? So we're gonna do 45 seconds on each leg. If you lose your balance, it's okay, but shows you've got to keep your core tight. And you're probably going to find you have better balance on one leg than the other. No doubt. In fact, sorry. This is I have worse. Sometimes I have worse balance on my right, sometimes it's on my left. So the good thing about this exercise is we're working our quads, but you are also feeling this in your glutes and your hamstrings, which we like. So we're gonna repeat that on the other side. And you might have to take less breaks on one side than the other. We all generally have one leg that's stronger. We can do it. Come on, 10 seconds. You see me taking breaks. 3, 2, 1, done. Oh my gosh. All right, a little breather to have some water. Toasty this morning. All right, next I want you to get, if you're brand new, a 5 and have the 3 next to you. If you've been working out a while, I think you could probably do 8s, 10s, 12s. I'm gonna go with 12s and 10s in case I need to drop down. So that weight is going to go in the crook of your knee. Squeeze it tight with your calf muscle and drive up with that heel. Back to starting position, but you want to drive that heel up as hard as you can so you're really squeezing those glutes. Keep your abs tight, please. I know the challenge is great, but we keep pushing, okay? If you need a break, you take it, 3, 2, 1, and get back into it. That's long enough for the burn to subside. You can always take another break if you need it. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. So now I want you to sit back into child's pose for a second and just shift to the side we just worked and just stretch out that glute. All right. Now we're going to put the weight on the other side again. You're putting it right in the crook of your knee, and you are squeezing your calf muscle against it and driving up with that heel. Keep your abs tight. Your fingertips should be even with your eyes. What I don't want is your arms out here. Someone should be able to set a tray of drinks on your back. Drive up with that heel. How's your weight? If at any time your form starts to get terrible or even a little wonky, that's when I want you to drop down. If the weight just is heavy and you need a little break, take 3 to 4 seconds and then get back into it and keep going with your same weight. I always want you to finish the minute, finish the exercise, even if you have to drop the weight. And finish with no weight. Good job. Okay, sit back into child's pose and shift to that side we just worked. Stretching my back. So sitting all day working is definitely challenging for my back. I've never been someone who gets kind of like a stiff back, but sitting and writing for 6 or 7 hours a day, sometimes longer, means I really have to be more intentional about stretching it out for sure. How's everybody doing? Okay, so I want you to get heavier weights again and get a chair or a bench, whatever you have. I'm going to go with my 20s and you'll see why. So again, if you don't have heavier ones, you can always combine pairs. So you can combine like your 8s and your 5s in each hand. So the goal of this one is to work our quads. I like having strong quads. Once you start to strengthen them, you will notice how much certain things are easier for you to do, like climbing stairs, running around, just sort of general day-to-day things, lifting things. You will notice a difference. So that is why I am very intent on it. So we're going to put the weights on our legs, and I want you to shift forward in the chair. You're going to squeeze your quad to get that weight up. That's why it needs to be heavy. Your core has got to be completely engaged, your shoulders back. I don't want you hunched over ever, unless there's a specific reason for it, and I'll tell you. Okay, so you're going to go. Sit up tall. You're going to want to hunch over. Please don't. Core is tight. Make sure those weights don't hit you in the face when you bring your knee up. I love having 20-pound dumbbells. Oftentimes they're a really good weight that you can just look on Marketplace and people are practically giving them away. Because they can be more expensive, obviously, to buy than 3s and 5s. So good. 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, so now we're going to put one down and we're going to do 30-second pulses on each leg. Okay, squeeze that quad. I know the burn is super intense. That's why we're doing it. We don't do anything the easy way here. We're not looking for easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it, but it's challenging and hard and takes time and dedication, but gosh, the payoffs are great. Okay, other side. You guys ready? Again, you probably are like, oh, this leg's a little stronger than the other one. My right leg is definitely stronger than my left, but I usually have better balance on my left than I do on my right. Come on, less than 10 seconds. We can do it. I know. I am so here with you on this for sure. Okay, move the bench. And then again, I want you to get a little bit heavier. I guess I probably will go, I'm going to try a 20 and then I'll take a 17.5 with me as well. Because it's a single weight, generally when I'm asking for you to just use a single weight, I'm going to ask for it to be heavier. Okay. So you can put a towel down on your hips. So what we're going to be doing is putting that weight on our hips. Keep your toes up off the ground. Drive those hips high up to the ceiling. Squeeze those glutes, squeeze those hamstrings. Your abs need to aid you, so make sure they are working hard. They're not going to like it, but that's not your problem. Okay, so put that weight on your hips. So again, if you only have lighter weights, you can just combine a couple of them to increase the weight, which increases the challenge, which increases the results. Okay, make sure you have a good hold on that weight. Drive those hips up as high as they can and squeeze, and hold 2, 3, and down. Hold 2, 3, and down. And I want you to squeeze so tight at the top. I'm gonna try to put this other one on top too. I don't know that I can do this. I've never gotten this heavy, but squeeze 2, 3. All right, so this is like 37 pounds, and it's doable. It's burning like a mother, but see what you can do when you don't even realize you can't. That's why I say always go for the heavier weight. You can always drop down. I'm gonna feel this later. No doubt. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm taking that one off. Okay, so now 30 seconds of pulses, don't be mad. I mean, you can be mad, but it's okay. 30 seconds, here we go. Really squeeze, you're at the upper part of the movement. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze, squeeze. Make sure you're breathing. Take a break when you need to. 3, 2, 1, and oh my gosh. We're gonna lay here for a second. Oh my gosh, I feel like I could go back to sleep, but I'm not going to. Okay. Okay, put your weights away. You know, I always want you to be safe. Okay, so next I'm grabbing a 12, although now I feel like I need to practice what I preach and grab 15. So with this one we're going to do side lunges. So what is the most important thing about a side lunge? When you step out, you've got to stick your butt back because you want your knee to be behind your toe. Okay, so we're going to do 45 seconds on each side, on each leg. Core tight, shoulders back. So I land on my heel, lower through my heel, and push up through my heel. Doing great. How's your weight feel? My weight is definitely getting heavy, but I'm glad I picked it. Oh. Good job. Other side. So if you drop down, please start with the weight you started with on the other leg. You can always drop down again if you need to, but you won't always need to. Again, both legs are not created equal. They are for the most part. But that's why if you get hurt and you're rehabbing, they'll always have you work both sides, because if you don't, you get imbalanced. Throws everything off. Or that's why if you get surgery or whatever, and you're hobbling around, you're putting all that pressure on one side, it can mess you up. So that's one of the things they really try to help you guard against. Whew. Just gonna roll on my back. This feels really good. If your back is ever a little tight, this just helps, almost like what you do with a roller, except in some ways you're the roller. But it's a really good way if you're ever just feeling tight. Okay, so for this next one, it's a variation on what we did. Oh, you guys, that's Vivian calling, and she's in England, so I'm gonna take this. I'm sorry to sign off. Get your cool down in for me, okay? All right, I will see you on Friday.